Meanwhile, there's a huge weight on their shoulders, isn't there? Particularly, it is said of Charles and Camilla, they are weary, really weary at the sort of feeling of being attacked so much and so often by Harry and Meghan.
Absolutely. I mean, 3 months into the new reign, we can hardly say it's been trouble-free. They've had to endure 10 parts from Netflix, the Series 5 of The Crown, and now we're going to get a 6-part bombardment from Grievance Incorporated, the Sussex branch, that is, in California, sniping from their hilltop fortress inside this gated community. And of course, this new Netflix series is going to be 6 parts, as I said. We don't know yet whether it's all going to be all sizzle and no sausage. We'll have to see what they're going to say. Netflix have invested millions in brand Sussex, Meghan and Harry, and they'll be wanting to have a return on that huge investment. And if people tune in and it's just another lot of we're right and they're wrong, I think people might get weary of this. But, you know, on a more serious tone, Anne and Simon, this is also trivial, you know. Whether it was Meghan who made Kate cry or Kate who made Meghan cry over a row about whether the bridesmaids at Meghan's wedding should wear tights or they should not wear tights. I mean, in this world, 2 time zones away from where we are sitting at the moment, there's a terrible war going on, and people don't know whether they're going to live or die tomorrow, and people are being murdered and raped. In this country, people are scared to turn on the heating. They're sitting there in the cold because they don't think they can pay the gas bill. People are wondering how they're going to get through this winter. And if they have got a job, can they get to work because of the strikes and the eco-anarchists stopping the traffic? These are real world problems. And to have this going on, quite frankly, if people cannot respect themselves within their own royal family, I think the question will arise, why should we respect them? And I think that's something that ought to be worrying people. And I'm quite sure the Queen Consort and the King Charles, are concerned about that because it isn't a very good look, is it?
At what point, Michael, do you need to rip off the plaster with this one? And so, you see, because you say Netflix is invested in brand Sussex, well, it's about, isn't it time to remove Sussex from them?
You know, you make a fantastically good point. I mean, Diana only had to get divorced from Prince Charles, as he then was, and she immediately lost her HRH honorific title. The Duchess of Windsor was never given one. She was pointedly refused one, which rankled with the Duke of Windsor all his life. I think a lot will depend upon Prince Harry's book called Spare, which is due to be published in January. By the way, my wife noticed in Woodbridge a couple of days ago that it was on sale or pre-ordered at WH Smith on half price already. So it depends how many skeletons in the royal cupboard are shaken up by this book. But I think it's entirely possible that the king will say enough is enough and remove the titles HRH from them, which he's perfectly entitled to do. Now, this may seem also trivial, but that is big medicine in royal circles where things like this matter very deeply. And it would be a sign of disapproval. And my goodness, one can't say that the royal family has not been provoked.